seeing something and looking at it can sometimes be two different things. I learned that this morning. So these two banners have been up for a couple of weeks now, and it was just this morning after the 7:30 that I got, Father, what do they mean? What's the point? Seeing and looking. So every apostle, sometime after they died, we started giving them coats of arms. I'll let you take a wild guess as to whose coat of arms these were. Yes, they were St. Thomas's. I was asked if the upside down V was a boomerang. It is not a boomerang. St. Thomas, remember St. Peter was a fisherman. St. Thomas was a carpenter, like our Lord and St. Joseph. So part of me wonders whether, did they work together? Perhaps they were even competitors, right? Both vying for the same business, you wonder. Legend, so remember we know that St. Thomas went to India after Pentecost, and there he built the first ever church building, right? Because in India they were more open to, they loved their little shrines, and so it was easier for him to build a little church than would have been for St. Peter in Rome, right, because of the persecution. So so he was a carpenter, and then we know that he was martyred by being stabbed to death with the spear. So I don't know, I look at that and I put it all together, and I tend to think that the big thing about St. Thomas was that he used his gifts of carpentry to serve the Lord, and he gave his life for Christ. How is it that if we put salt in water, it dissolves, and yet if you throw a bit of salt onto a fire, the fire just gets a little bit bigger for a bit? The ancient pagan philosopher Pliny said that salt, observing these things, he said salt must be a combination of water and fire. Usually those two things don't go together, right? The one puts the other out. But he said somehow salt must be a combo of the two. And some early Christians used that theory to explain our Lord's calling us the salt of the earth. Water and fire. They said water refreshes. Cold glass on a hot day, right? Refreshing. And then they said, well, wait, what about when someone's moving slowly? Right? Ever hear the phrase, go and light a fire under his... I won't say that word in church. Fire is energy, pure and simple. And of course, we have to be both of those for the earth. Christ founded us, his church, to refresh and energize every single human being, both inside and outside. But we cannot give what we do not have. So again, thank you for coming here. Get refreshed, get energized, and brothers and sisters, be water and fire.